In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 4 of Tokyo Vice, titled I Want It That Way. Now, at the end of episode 3, the Yakuza pick up Jake and take him somewhere. Now, this episode starts off with Jake in the car, and we find out that he goes to meet Yoshida. And the reason he goes to meet Yoshida is that he thinks he can trust him with certain things and to find, information about what's going on. Because there is a rumor that Yoshida is an informant for the police, and Yoshida wants to find out who is spreading these rumors. So he enlists Jake, this new journalist, to find out the information and relay it to him. Now, after Jake meets Yoshida, he then meets Katagiri, who is this detective, and Jake tells the detective that, listen, I met with Yoshida, but there is some kind of mole within the organization, and he has to find out who it is so that a war doesn't break out. Now, Katagiri just does his own thing and tries to find out the name of this mole that is in Yoshida's Yakuza organization. Now, not only that, Jake and his supervisor, Emi, start diving deep into information that they found out about this business, or this loan sharking business. Now, all of a sudden, Emi is into the mix of what she wants to do, and, actually thinks that Jake is onto something here. Not only that, his two friends that he works with at this Japanese newspaper agency also come into the fold. Now, they do find out that there's this business that they take out life insurance, but they have to pay it back, and this Yakuza organization, whoever's a part of it, threaten these people to pay it back, which leads them to suicide. So once it leads them to suicide, they claim their life insurance, which is really crazy. And how the law works in Japan, it's just insane. But everything fits a certain way. All the dominoes are falling in a certain way for Jake right now. Now, remember in one of those scenes in the third episode where we find that Samantha is being stalked by this guy that she met at the club? Well, we find out that this guy is a PI, he's a private investigator, who's been searching for Samantha this entire time for unknown reasons. Basically, he brings up that she has a history, and she knows about her history, but we really don't know what happened so far. Now she's all paranoid and on the run, because at the beginning of this episode, she is looking at a space for a club. So the rumor is getting around that she's opening up her own club. And, certain people don't like that. So Jake and Sato meet up at the club, and they start talking, and then they go out for a night on the town. They start, doing their thing. They hook up with prostitutes. Then they go to this other restaurant where they eat good food and everything, and Sato pays for it. And as they're sitting there eating their dessert, their final meal, Tozawa is there. He comes out, and all of a sudden Jake gives his journalism card to Tozawa, and it's just an exchange that is really different and really, really interesting. This episode was really good. It's starting to pick up pace a lot, and the story arc is really interesting. What's happening? What's going on? Who's this mole? It's really driving forward with how things are going. Every single person in this show has their own story. Of course, Ken Watanabe as Detective Katagiri is in it, but he's not in it as much. He's definitely more so a supporting character. Now, the character of Sato is really interesting because he's a Yakuza guy, but he has a soft heart, because you can tell that in a way. And Yoshida is just insane. I really like his character a lot. Tozawa, I feel like, is the main villain of this show, and Yoshida is like the villain as well, but he's more so the good Yakuza, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 4 of Tokyo Vice, I Want It That Way. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? And what do you think is going to happen with Samantha, with Sato, with Jake? And do you think that everything's going to come full circle? And who do you think is going to get exposed with everything? Is it going to be Tozawa, or is it going to be Yoshida? We don't know yet. So let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked, and I'll see you guys in the next review video. And be sure you tune in for my episode 5 review of Tokyo Vice right here.